Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Foliage. In today's video, we won't be talking about any philodendrons or any flowering plants, but we are going to be talking about a very different species of plant which is called as the papyrus. Now this is a semi-submerged aquatic plant, prefers a good amount of moisture or water at all given point of time. So if you are a person who's looking out for an aquatic plant, then this is one of the plant you can add in your collection. It is a perennial plant. Depending upon the species of the papyrus that you have, some can grow around 8 feet tall and some can even grow up to 16 feet tall. Now mine was a small little gift that I had got. This was the initial of the bunch that I had got, or the leaves that I had got, and now this is the new growth that is coming up. You can see it looks extremely beautiful. It is yet to open up. Once it will start to open up, this is how it's going to look like. It looks absolutely beautiful. Now this plant is native to Africa. That's what I got the information on the internet. It's also found in Egypt near the river Nile. Basically they tend to grow in swampy lakes, a place which is very marshy. There's a lot of moisture. They tend to grow near the riverbeds, lakes, ponds, slow flowing streams. So if you are planning to grow them at your place, ensure that you are growing it in a place where there is a lot of water or moisture. You can either grow it in the pot, or you can grow it like how I am growing it along with my water lilies, semi-submerged in water. Now as I had got this plant as a very small little a gift, so I have put it in a 4-inch pot, but as and when the plant will start to grow, I will shift it to the next bigger size. As of now, the plant is really very small. Now let's talk a little bit in detail about this plant. Now this plant prefers a good amount of light. My plant is placed in a location where it is in the east, so it gets a good amount of morning direct sunlight for around 5 hours, and after 11-12 noon it tends to get indirect bright light. And I feel that this location is working out really well, because these are the new growth that is coming up. So initially it will start like this, then it will look like this, and then eventually it will kind of open up and look like this. Now talking about the soil, they prefer acidic, neutral, alkaline soil. They are okay with that, because in this I have only used the regular red soil that I have in my place. I haven't added any fertilizers. Now as I said, the red soil is very high in clay and it is very alkaline, so probably this soil is working out really well, as they have mentioned that they do well in alkaline soil as well. So as of now the plant is doing extremely well. Fertilizers can be added during the summers because they are summer growing plants. During winters they tend to go into a dormancy, but they are not frost hardy. So if you are a person who experiences snowfall or frost, then you will have to move this plant either indoor, or you'll have to keep it somewhere where they do not come in contact with frost, because otherwise the plant will die. So these are basically plants that tend to grow in a warmer environment or climate. So ensure that you're giving a good amount of light. It will do well in indirect bright light as well, but I felt like the morning direct sunlight tends to work out really well. As I said about the soil, it is the same soil that we use for our water lilies or for a lotus. It is the same type of soil that we can use, and it tends to work out really well. And the growing conditions, this is a semi-submerged plant. If you're growing it in a pot, you have to ensure that there is a good amount of water, otherwise the plant can easily dry out. Propagation is very simple. You'll have to take out the plant and do a root division. I'm not very sure if they can grow with the cuttings. I'm not very sure, so I wouldn't give information on something that I don't know. So I'm not very sure. If you have grown this plant through cuttings, please do let me know. But the best way is by taking out the pot and separating them via the roots, or doing a root division. That is the best way to propagate and multiply the papyrus. Now talking about pest issues, yes, they do get affected with mealybugs. Especially you might find mealybugs inside these leaves, or you might happen to find the white flies. So always do a routine check. If you tend to see, try to get rid of them at the early stage. Probably you can take a Q-tip and either dip it in rubbing alcohol or the hand sanitizer and just clean it off. Other than that, it's a very easy to grow plant. You can even grow it in a small pot along with water. It will do quite well. You don't need a very large container like this. You can even grow it in a smaller container. But as I said, the plant is a very large growing plant, so Bigger the pot, the much better it is. But nevertheless, if you do not have a lot of space, you can still grow it in a small container. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.